Okay, week 6, everybody. Whoever's here right now, attendance. The draft of the paper was in week 8. I moved it to week 6. Everybody in here knows. All you guys need to know that for your draft for the research paper, it's moved to week 6. So get your draft done early, submit the draft in, check it through, turn it in. Make sure, I've reiterated this to all you guys like a lot. So make sure you hand it in, check how your score is on turn it in. It does take 24 to 48 hours, so it can take up to 2 days. So submit your draft in week 6 to check your work before you submit the final in week 8. It will be strict. So yeah, and don't wait. Don't wait to week 8 to submit your draft. Submit your draft before that. Resourcefulness, capital, for the chapter on capital, bootstrap is the term. I've mentioned it in class before. Bootstrapping. Look that up, know what it is. A couple other items to know. This is for everybody here. You guys can take a picture of the board if you want, or just look at the video as well. So know about acquisitions. That's when another company buys another company and stuff happens. Know things like, what are the advantages and disadvantages? You know, a company buys another company, there's redundancy, there's culture clashes, there's debt. So those are just a couple examples. You'll look them up. Make sure you cite your references when you're giving the answers. So pricing, learn about how to price items, products, and services. Designing the organization. This is on page 255 in the book. Page 255 in the book. I might have to find a way to get it to some of you who don't have the book. If you can borrow the book from the library. Can you borrow the book from the library? You have the book? Dad, you have the book? No. You don't? Okay. So you can borrow the book from the library. So borrow it, because for on page 255 there's 5 areas, and I don't really think you're going to find the answer on the internet and be able to wing it for the exam. So borrow the book from the library. Market development strategies is on page 360, 3 types. So like I said, pretty much not sure you're gonna get the answer for the exam from the internet just winging it. So I'm telling you where to focus your attention and how to get it, which is the library. I expect the library has books that you can borrow. Everybody? Yeah? I know there was extras. Okay. And then employee stock option plans. What the heck does that mean? We were talking with Jesse in class. Winco Grocery Stores is is a company that's owned by employees, and then you're not going to see it till later in week 8, where I uploaded examples of top companies that are employee owned. So you can ponder, like, just know that you need to know this stuff as we're finishing up the session. Then last but not least, and this is probably the most important action item for all of you guys, is we're nearing the end. So what I wanted to do was have the class, I will shut off the video camera for the class if they're going to share their information, but what are you pondering related to class and completing it? Like, what are you thinking, what are you pondering related to finishing this class? And you know, like, are you stressing out about the paper? You feel like you got your work done? And I want you to, we're either going to share it in class with the class that we have here. I'm going to turn off the camera. We're going to share if whoever wants to share. If people don't want to share, and y'all on the internet who are not here, send me an email. Send me an email what you're pondering about the class and completing the class. Where I'm going with this is making sure everybody has whatever they need to succeed. Another very important thing, important item number 2, check your grades. Make sure that I went in and check your attendance to make sure that I marked you properly when you were excused, if you were excused, which I believe I did. But in a matter of practicing, like we were talking about disbursements, like checking your stuff. Check your stuff. Check my work. I'm checking your work, you check my work. I want you to make sure that you got credit for all your posts. Make sure you got credit for your replies. If your post was in on time, you should have gotten a 12. If you replied by Sunday, you would have gotten full credit as well. So I'll also be double checking and emailing people, but I want you guys to take initiative and ownership and just be like, oh, look, I posted, but I didn't get a grade. Okay? So if you see that you posted somewhere for a week and you didn't get a grade, you have to let me know so you can get the grade, especially if you did it on time. If you did it late, you're not getting credit for the weekly posts. So making sure your attendance.
You can still.
No, go ahead. You can talk.
So the weekly post you can still if it's late, if it's not before today, it can be turned in everything before
Friday.
Sunday.
Friday.
Why is it not? Why is it Friday?
Friday for the initial post and Sunday for everybody else.
Oh, that's really weird. Oh, I didn't know that.
Because we want to because if you do your initial post by Sunday, then there's no time for somebody to respond to you. That's kind of the point. I think I've been pretty liberal with my grading on the posts. So you guys, I think, are getting credit.
I know that. Like, I was online Sunday. I was like, trying to, okay, that makes sense. And,
did you get point? I know you got some points.
I didn't, I replied before. I did Sunday morning, like at 9, I replied for the discussions, and then I didn't post it until Saturday, post. So I didn't post before Friday.
I don't know. I might have just given you 9 points.
That's okay. I just didn't. I thought it was in my mind. I kept thinking Sunday. So on my bad. That
it's
sense.
Friday.
Okay.
Friday for your main post. So main post Friday, and then responding to people by Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So, and some of you were granted extensions for case studies, and I think I granted 1 or 2 for this week, but just let me know, and I think we're good to go. So I'll talk to you guys in class because you guys are here, and you guys are not, but know this stuff.